Hey everybody, it's John Nicholas here, the host of the Hands and Feet of Jesus on the Taken Network. We thank you so very much for tuning in. I got a dear friend of mine, a good brother of mine, David Heavener. How we doing today?
Good, John. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you so much for allowing me to just talk with you.
God bless you, and thank you for being open to talk with me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now you do the Last Evangelist.
Yeah.
And we've watched you. You got a strong YouTube channel. You got some stuff going. You got some stuff that was on Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the Last Evangelist?
Yeah. Well, to back up a little bit, John, I've made over 50 movies for Showtime and HBO and all that, and then God pulled me out of that about 10 years ago. He said, I've got something special for you. I didn't understand it. Up until about 3 years ago, in an attic, God gave me the Last Evangelist. It's 6 episodes, 6 half-hour episodes. And what is it? It's about these end times, these last days we live in. Jesus said, I want you to make a series like CSI meets the Book of Revelation.
Woo!
So I play a cop. First episode is called Legalize Jesus. I play a cop where he busts underground churches because you have to be licensed to be open. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Now remember, this is 3 years ago, John, before all this scamdemic happened.
Yeah.
I'm in pandemic, sorry.
Yeah.
And before, people were going, oh, it's futuristic. Now people are going, dude, it's happening. Well, the second episode deals with the Insertion, the vaccine. Sound familiar?
I think so.
Yeah, it ties into the mark of the beast. So I have my road to Damascus as a cop, and God says, why are you persecuting my people? With the Bible in one hand, a gun in the other, I seek out to find the Antichrist. So that's symbolic of all of us here. You know, we need to keep our eyes open, not only on Christ, but Christ said on the Antichrist. He said, be not deceived. I got Christians come up and say, David, I don't want to take my eyes off Christ. I only want to see Christ. I said, beware. Because Jesus said, be not deceived.
Sure.
Watch out for the enemy.
Because many will come in his name, he said.
Absolutely.
Many shall come in his name, right?
Right.
And then he said that also, some Christians are going to believe the great lie.
Exactly.
Right? Going to be deceived. He said even the elect shall be deceived. How is that possible, Dave?
Well, it's not possible if we keep our eyes on what Jesus said to keep our eyes on. What is that? It's called truth.
Yes.
And what happens with religion, the reason you have religion is they start turning to man's tradition and away from God's truth. Jesus talked about, and I know we're going to get off on another subject, but you know Jesus talked about Nephilim. Jesus talked about as in the days of Noah. Jesus gave us signs and actually I'm even going to say symbols that we're to look for in the Bible that's going to open up the truth about these end times. And that's why I think you and I connect, because you see it. He sends watchmen to say, David, John, tell the people, when I said this, have them look deeper.
That's right.
Deeper of what it really means.
When you start to see the signs.
When you start seeing the signs.
That reminds me of John the Baptist, where John the Baptist saw the times that we were living in, and he said, prepare, I've come to prepare the way for the kingdom.
Right.
The kingdom draws nigh, right?
Exactly.
And then he died for the cause.
Exactly. That's
and
right.
Then here goes Christ, pioneer, paved the way for the rest of us.
Exactly.
So how can people get the Last Evangelist, follow, support?
Thank you. They can go to lastevangelist.com. I was going to raise money from investors. God said, no, go to my people. I said, God, I don't want to ask people. He said, you're not going to. He said, I will send you the people. I'll send the people to bless you. And he has. But we always need help. Lastevangelist.com, you can get a walk-on roll, you can get a t-shirt. Wow. Or if you just like to get involved with the ministry, you can text the word chosen to 71777. And I like that word chosen.
That's chosen. Good TV show going around called The Chosen.
That's
somewhere up in the millions. They're doing pretty good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? I'm so grateful to get connected with you. I'm grateful that you're on the Taken TV network doing this interview with us. We hope that we can talk even more, help you get the word out. Because I love what you're talking about. I love the concept, and I love that you're bringing that to film. Right? Now, if you had to tell someone out there who may not know of what you're talking about, but is a believer, what would you say to them to kind of like bring them over to like being awakened, like open your eyes?
Exactly. This is the main thing, is if you see what you think is the enemy doing something, chances are the enemy is moving in this direction over here. See, Jesus said, be not deceived. if Jesus knew that we would always see the enemy for what the enemy shows his face as, why would he say, be not deceived? There's no deception. You see the enemy.
Right.
So what I tell people now, they're passing around all these conspiracy videos,
Right.
and I'm saying, if the enemy is telling you what he's doing, chances are that ain't him. He's over here.
Yeah. Wow,
So-
that's good. That's kind of like what he said about hope. What's the purpose of hoping in something that you already see? There's no point to it. That's so good. Dave,
Exactly.
thanks for having us, man. Thanks for
Thank you,
being
brother.
on. Guys, we are reporting from the International Christian Film Festival here on the Taken TV Network. We love you. God bless you.
God bless.